baby. Mama, you got to know there's something a little off here. Send them in the mail like fruit. Coming up,
I asked him if he could take my boys with him.
did you think the person that wanted to teach you how to be a woman was like that? Tell your mother how you learned how to be a woman. Anybody that would give up a 1-year-old, come on, send them in the mail like fruit. Something's off. So if you know something's off, why do you think she can be prepared to handle 5 of them?
I don't think she is.
Have you said that to her?
No,
You need to say.
I'm pretty sure she know. That's why she
don't know.
sending
No,
them.
she don't know. No, she don't know.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, your daughter didn't write me about raising her children. She wrote me about cleaning up her relationship with you.
Okay.
She don't want them kids.
True.
And as long as you keep taking them, she's going to keep having them. So you need to get clear. You either going to take them and raise them, not expecting anything from her. That means raise yourself up, too.
I know.
How is she supposed to learn to put them first if you have them?
She can't trust the kids with everyone. And it'll be hard if a little boy is bothered. And
Well, harder than when a little girl is bothered?
yeah.
Were
but
you
it's
bothered?
worse. Yeah.
When Miss Alicia says that she was bothered, she is referring to a sexual trauma that she experienced as a child. So in order to heal, both Alicia and Nikita must break the dysfunctional family pattern of violation and silence. The same is true for many women. Do you know that Nikita was bothered?
Yes.
What do you know about that?
I know that he violated her body by looking inside her to see if she was still a virgin.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Really?
Yeah.
And who did that?
He was supposed to have been coming over to chastise her because I caught her with a boy. He'll see you other than whoop you.
So gives her a vaginal check and then beats her.
From what I know.
Okay, and you were downstairs.
And I had no clue. Once I did, I called the police and let them know that he messed with my baby.
This new revelation that Nikita was violated by an adult she knew is shocking. But what is far more shocking is that Miss Alicia does not appear to be aware of the earlier violation visited upon Nikita at 12 years old. So you don't know what happened to her when she was 12?
No. By that time, she was in detention homes.
What was she doing in detention homes?
She got violent with me.
What about before that? Was she a good girl? Was she a helpful girl? Was she mommy's helper?
Yeah, she was a good girl. She Until she was about 11.
I want to offer that the bad behavior might have break down to break through. That is the intention, which means there are some truths that Miss Alicia is going to have to face. Secrets, unhealed trauma, and pain passed down from mother to daughter have destroyed this relationship. But today is an opportunity to break that destructive dynamic. Talk to me.
I thought I did the best that I could.
You did.
As being a mother.
You did. But that doesn't mean she got what she needed. There's some guilt in here. What were you ashamed of?
There's a lot of things that I was ashamed of.
Like?
Having her at a young age.
Yeah.
My dad kept me a secret until the day he died.
What do you mean?
He never told his wife about me.
Your father was a married man. Why am I looking at you?
Because I just had a baby with a married man.
When you heard that, what did it raise?
Not claim her.
Your mother lived what your daughter could potentially live.
All that love and attention. I didn't get that from my dad. I didn't get acknowledgement.
And then you ended up marrying a man or being with a man who didn't treat you too nice.
It was horrible.
What do you think your children are saying?
Asking a lot of questions. Some of them are hard for me to answer.
Nikita felt unsafe and unstable in the turmoil of her childhood, and now, from that broken place, she is creating the same unstable, unsafe experience for her children. Nikita needs to understand how she is repeating this pattern of neglect. Your mother told me that you sent your 2 children to her. How did you send your children?
Well, my little brother best friend resides down here in Georgia. So he was taking a trip to Milwaukee for Thanksgiving, and I asked him if he could take my boys with him.
And what if he would have wanted to teach them how to be men along the way? Teach you how to be a woman? Was it like that? Tell your mother how you learned how to be a woman. Coming up, Miss Nikita.
Ma'am,
Got a little attitude?
I'm a little warm. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
No, we've been talking about it.
Excuse me, I'm not her. When I ask a question, I expect a response. The truth doesn't disappear just because you may not recognize it. Miss Alicia has no idea that her daughter's unhealthy pattern of behavior with men has its roots in her violation at 12 years old. Tell your mother how you learned how to be a woman. In order to begin the healing process, Nikita must speak her truth to her mother.
When we were staying on the east side, put that in my head that if I let 5 little boys out the neighborhood, took my virginity.
All in one day. How old were you?
I was 11, almost 12.
Is that when she started going to detention centers? Yeah. Why didn't you tell her? These men hurt you.
I don't know.
Do you think it's your fault that she had that happen to her?
I don't know how to feel about that.
I know. Miss Alicia and Miss Nikita need to support each other in healing these wounds so that this cycle of hurt and silence ends with them. But in order to move past it, they need to rebuild their bond as mother and daughter. When was the last time y'all just had fun together?
Too long.
What if I just send y'all to just kind of get a pedicure together and then go to dinner together? No talk about the children. They'll be in the background. Give that to her. These eggs represent each child that... When are you going to say, stop? I'm not taking no more.
Right. Stop. I can't take no more.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay.
Something's gonna fall through the cracks. With this exercise, I intend to show Miss Nikita the burden she has passed on to her mother, a burden her children will not understand. And for Miss Alicia, it is time to acknowledge that she is unable to take on any more of her daughter's responsibilities. Everywhere you go tonight, take them with you and bring them back to me in the morning. And then let's talk about how hard this really is. Both Nikita and Alicia are stuck in shame and pain that they've been holding on to for years. By speaking their truth here today, they have made huge progress, but they still have a long road to travel on the path toward healing. It's day 2 in the healing process. Good morning. After a night out with her mother, I want to check in with Miss Nikita on her own. How was it watching your mom handle that?
It made me feel a little concerned.
And did you want to help her?
I kept trying to, and she was like, no.
But did you want to help her because it was hard on her, or for your concern for the eggs?
Both.
It's about helping her because it's your responsibility. So my concern for you is, what is it that makes you think this is really okay?
I don't think it's okay.
You must think it's okay because you keep doing it.
I know I bit off more than I can chew by having a lot of kids. And I wish I would have listened to my mom.
But here's the thing, baby. It's not listening to your mom. It's knowing, as a woman, what's good for you and what's not. And here's my concern, that you don't own your body. I think it goes back to the virgin checking, that he can explore and examine your private parts and you don't get anything to say. He took ownership of you to say, whatever happens here and whatever men want to do here.
I believe that too.
And this whole thing about her wanting to be a woman and going through this initiation sponsored by these men, says to me she didn't really have an understanding of what it meant to be a woman. And, that's a process. There's one conversation at 8 years old for the little girl, and there's another one when her cycle starts. Have you had any of those conversations with your daughter?
A little bit.
Because if you don't let her know, some boy, some predator will come and have a conversation with her about it.
I know I told her keep her butterfly in her net. Yes, please.
Okay.
I said don't turn out like
Did your mother say that to you?
I wish she did. I wish
she didn't? Yeah. You got to have those conversations because, again, the pattern in the family, the pathology in the family is this is a dangerous time. Time to be extra alert. 11, 12, 13. Be extra alert to make sure this is her to look out there. Nikita and Alicia have an opportunity to break their family cycle of dysfunction, but it will require hard work and being honest about their desires, abilities, and limitations. Tell me what it is that you're not willing to do to heal this.
Go back to Milwaukee.
Why?
That's opening up wounds and scars.
But the feelings and the emotions are not in Milwaukee. The feelings and emotions are in you. Why not heal it in here so you can go anywhere you want to? So, what if you come here?
I thought of that.
And do what when you get here?
Get back in school and we all get together and be a family.
Yeah, what do you want to go to school for?
Just finish school. I never got to finish school. I dropped out when I had her.
So you don't have a high school diploma. Your mom sacrificed her education for you to do that for herself.
It's all that time just done went to me and my kids, and I feel awful.
Don't feel awful. Just look at her and ask for her forgiveness.
Can you forgive me, Mom?
For
sweeping up some of your time and taking the kids for me so that I can have a life and do what make me happy. Okay.
How about this? Forgive me for not being my best.
Forgive me for not being my best, Mom.
Yeah. Alicia and Nikita have made a huge step on the road toward healing. By admitting her shortcomings, Nikita is freeing herself of guilt so that she can move toward a new way of being. And by forgiving her daughter, Alicia is also forgiving herself. All right, so I'm going to let you all retire for a minute, and I'm going to call you down because I want to do a little work on cleaning up some of that stuff. Coming up, do you have a vision? Do you have a dream? Do you have standards? 5 you ain't taken care of. What's that standard? It's day 2 in the healing process, and while Alicia and Nikita have made progress in their healing, I believe there are still some areas where they are both stuck. We're going to play a kind of a game of musical chairs, all right? Just walk around. I'm going to sing. Okay, here we go round the issues of life, the issues of life, the issues of life. This exercise is designed to push each of them to come face to face with the issues that they have been ignoring and avoiding for far too long. Pick up what you sat on. What did you get?
Shame and guilt.
Tell me about that in your life.
I feel guilty about having kids.
Why?
I wasn't ready.
Okay. Were you ready to raise her 5 children?
No.
So why do you think you did that, Mama?
She needed help.
And what was it for you? What did it do for you? Think about what you need. Would that be accurate? Take a breath. And it's okay to let yourself know that. Breathe, Mama, breathe. Because it was hard for you. And nobody was there. She was 14. And they expected her to do what she didn't know how to do. So to save you from what she went through, she took them kids. Acknowledging her guilt will help to set Miss Alicia free, but Nikita also needs to face some hard truths about her own experience. In your life, shame and guilt, where is it?
Not being with my kids.
And why aren't you with your kids?
My lifestyle choices.
How about because you weren't prepared and equipped to take care of them? How about that?
Yeah.
But you gotta tell the truth about that. You know how to have a baby. Do you know how to mother a child? I mean, really. You've never experienced A real man. Loving, honoring, respecting you. And are you a woman? You may have the parts and the pieces, but do you have a vision? Do you have a dream? Do you have standards? Do you?
Yeah.
Well, what is the standard that you have to have a baby with a married man when you got 5 you ain't taking care of? What's that standard?
I don't have no answer for that.
Baby, I'm not seeking to upset you. I want you to get real about what's going on here.
I know, but I would appreciate it if you wouldn't make no more comments aimed at my last child's father. He's done a lot of good things for our kid and me.
He's cheating on his wife.
Okay, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's his character. That's his integrity.
Miss Iyanla,
and what you can do is tell yourself, you can tell yourself a lie. Would it be okay for your daughter to have a baby by him?
No, and we had that discussion, but I don't want to keep, just beating a dead horse. Okay, we know that.
What are you going to do about it?
Can't do nothing now, the baby here.
This is not about the baby. This is about you not walking out of here. And what do you have to say about it?
That isn't wrong.
I don't care if she's sleeping with a masturbating frog. This ain't about that man. This is about her and how she lives her life. Okay, put that in the chair.
Okay.
Here we go down. The issues of life, the issues of life, the issues of life. Miss Nikita is shutting down, being defensive, and falling into old familiar patterns. Hit it! Oh, she's pissed now. Are you pissed off now? Excuse me, Miss Nikita?
Ma'am.
You got a little attitude?
I'm a little warm. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
No, we've been talking about it.
Excuse me, I'm not her. When I ask a question, I expect a response. What are you upset about?
Like, I'm really seeing the truth. I'm really facing it, and it is what it is.
Okay. So what's on your card? Being pregnant and baby daddy wasn't there?
Yeah, I was.
Where'd you get that loneliness from, Mama?
Me?
Do you get that? Come here. Like so many others, both of these women have been broken by a destructive family pattern of silent trauma, and they will continue to be subject to that brokenness until they are able to acknowledge it. Acknowledgement will dismantle the pattern. What is that face?
It's just a reality check.
What is the real problem here?
Me not, fully getting over what I went through growing up when I was a kid, and it's affecting me being a mother as an adult.
Unhealed people create unhealed situations, and people that create more unhealed people, and it just goes on and on.
How do we heal this? How do we fix it?
See, part of the challenge with you two is that you've been doing this on your own. No spiritual help. So the first thing I want to do is I want to teach you a prayer. God, so I want you all to pray that prayer together. Hold her hand. Together. Go ahead.
God, help me now. Thank you. Thank you.
So your assignment now is to write for me what you need help with. Because if you don't ask for what you need, the need gets bigger. Coming up, I want you to make a commitment not to have any more children. You've got to commit to no more children. In order to truly heal, you must ask for what you need. You got things to ask for? Yeah? Okay, good. So the time has come for Miss Alicia and Miss Nikita to create a plan for their future together. What help do you need, Mama?
Ask God to help with getting over the pain of being forgot about, lonely, and broken. I'll pass.
And the way you live beyond it is through your behavior, doing different. You've got to finish school because that's going to make you feel so good about yourself. What do you need help with?
Staying clean of pain and problems from the past. And a husband will be nice, so I don't have to do it with my mom or by myself.
Okay. Well, don't say a husband. You got a husband right now. You want a committed man.
I want my husband, not somebody else's.
You got a husband right now, right? Yeah. You want a committed partner. Stability. That's what we need to do. And then I want you to make a commitment not to have any more children. Not because it's bad, not because it's wrong, but because you're 32, you got 6. That's a lot. By the time your youngest turns 18, you'll be 50. You don't want to be 50 and still haven't had an opportunity to enjoy your life.
Like me.
Yeah, right. You've got to commit. Neither can you, frankly. Does it make sense to you?
You do.
Yeah. What are you, Mama, asking of her now?
For her to stop having kids.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be more present with the ones that's here. Either come to Milwaukee more, or I guess we start coming here.
What else do you need?
Just to continue to get the support from my mom. Like, I'm forever grateful of what you just did for us, Miss V.
I'm forever grateful that you followed the healthy part of you and wrote me. That's your victory. Okay? All I had to do was answer. You had to call. So, give me your hands. I'm going to pray for you. Dear God, help Miss Alicia. Remember how precious she is. Help Miss Nikita realize that she of the thing that causes disease, breakdown, dissension in a mind, a body, or a life. All of us have a pathology, things that have been handed down to us, and sometimes we begin to believe it's who we are. And it is my prayer that Alicia and Nikita are now able to break free from their family's pathology. They are not their behavior. They are not what's happened to them. And they are not what they inherited from the generation before them.